Never has defense meant more for this Wayne Hills team than right here.
Floater.
Oh, in and out! And Cerrone with the rebound! In and out! Joe Cerrone with yet another huge rebound. All day long. Oh, Joe Cerrone
puts it up.
It's over! 55, 51, 9 seconds left.
The 2017-2018 Wayne Hills boys basketball team had an incredible season and took home their first county championship. The team had a 22-7 record and made their way all the way to the state semifinal, losing to a very talented team out of Demorest High School. The Patriots had 6 major players who had the keys to success. Seniors Joey Belli, Justin Wills, Joe Cerrone, Jason Modak, Pat Gilmore, and junior Jake Belli, in which Joey Belli is going to continue playing basketball at St. Anselm and Jason Modak will be playing football at Holy Cross. This is the team's 3rd straight season having 20-plus wins. This historical team was coached by head coach Kevin Grimes and JV coach Todd Green. The team was also managed by Max Seplow.
So first off, what did you do to prepare for this season?
Our season started probably back in the summer. We get to start in June. Guys were in the weight room lifting. We played in multiple summer leagues and summer tournaments. This year was unique. We got to go out to Jersey City, which we play against some of the top teams in the state. So I think that prepared us for what lied in the postseason. In the fall, the guys worked out all fall with Coach Joe, endlessly in the weight room, endlessly working on skill work, which was tons of off-season preparation for when we got started in December.
Who were the top players throughout this season?
It was a whole cast of them. I guess you can start with our backcourt, Joey Belli and Justin Wills. You know, Justin Wills, one of the top 3-point shooters in the entire state. Joey Belli, in my humble opinion, was the best point guard in North Jersey. And then you kind of go down the line. Joe Cerrone, you know, if it wasn't for Joe Cerrone, I don't know if we get to hold that big trophy. Patrick Gilmore has been incredible for, you know, all of his 4 years. He's a leader on the floor. Jason Modak. I mean, Jason Modak, for being a guy who doesn't have the typical size for a center or a 5-man, does all the dirty work. You know, finished averaging a double-double. And then you got guys like Jake Belli. Jake Belli, as a junior, kind of found himself in the starting lineup right after the new year, and he was our best defender. He got us going. He played with tons of energy. So, you know, those guys kind of, we kind of rode our seniors all year. And then if you throw in guys like Jake Belli and even Pula Stacker a little bit as a supporting cast, like, you know, it couldn't have been any better than that.
What do you feel this team's strong points were?
Definitely sticking together through rough times, just pulling through, getting stops when needed, and just hitting clutch shots.
Do you believe this team had an unbreakable bond?
Oh, absolutely. We were close through ever since we were young, and we just stuck together.
Did you have any doubt in your athletes throughout any part of the season?
No, zero. Never doubt. I didn't have a doubt 2 years ago when we lost in the state semifinals to Ramapo that we'd accomplish a banner. I didn't have a doubt last year when we lost to Teaneck. We went through some struggles this year at some points, but there was never doubt. You know, even being down 8 with about a minute left in the game in a county final, our bench, our timeout, our huddle was just, it was incredible. The players had zero doubt. I had zero doubt, and it took a pretty heroic effort from Justin Wills to knock down 2 big threes. But no doubt ever. And that's not just coach talk. That's real talk. But that's all the players. That's all the players. They instill that confidence in me. So no doubt, it was pretty. It was a good one.
The team had a good regular season, but then had to switch their focus over to the county tournament with the goal of winning their first ever Wayne Hills Boys Basketball County Championship. They beat Tenafly in the quarterfinals and then went on to play their crosstown rivals Wayne Valley. They beat Wayne Valley by a whopping 17 points, making the score 40-57. This sent them to the county final where they played the John F. Kennedy Knights. It was an incredible game that was sent into overtime. Joe Cerrone zoned in and scored all 6 points in overtime, winning the game 55-51, naming the Wayne Hills Patriots the 2018 Passaic County champions.
So first off, take me through the county final.
Well, it was really quite a day. You know, I've been teaching here for 20 years, and we'd never even made it to a county final. But I have been to some before, and I know it's always a great atmosphere at Wayne Valley. They've got that big gymnasium. So, you know, I got there a little early to touch base with Mr. Hoogstreet, and as that crowd started to fill in and fill in and fill in, you could really feel quite an atmosphere, and it was pretty exciting. Obviously, I'm not a coach, I'm not one of the players, but even as a third-party observer, it was a pretty exciting atmosphere, even in the lead up to the game, seeing all the Kennedy fans on one side, our fans on the other side. It was pretty exciting, just but you know, before the initial tip-off.
What was the feeling of winning the county final?
Oof, probably that's been our goal. That's been our goal for years now, specifically with the senior group. So 4 years ago, we had a goal, we had a mission. When the clock hit 0-0, it was just no words at all. I told those guys that I wanted to kind of stand back and watch them celebrate a little bit, which I did, and it was euphoric, if I could find a word for it. But one of the greatest moments of my life, something they'll never forget. They're able to kind of go on about their life now, saying that they're the first to ever accomplish something, so that's it's pretty special.
So first off, describe the feeling of the county final.
It was an incredible atmosphere. A lot of people came. Before the game, the big man from Kennedy saw like a thing that said Wayne Hills versus Kennedy county final, and he just goes, "That's ours." And I shook my head. I was like, "There's no shot. That's yours, buddy." And throughout the game, it was a close game all throughout. We were down 9 with about a minute and a half left, and my boy Wills hit a few clutch threes. Bella hit his free throws, sending us into overtime. In overtime, the big man actually ended up fouling out, and throughout the entire game, our team stuck together. We knew we could win, and at the end, I scored all 6 points in overtime, coining the nickname Mr. OT for hopefully Wayne Hills lore.
So how does it feel to be nicknamed Mr. Overtime?
I think it's incredible. I feel like my basketball nickname of Mr. OT was better than the football nickname I received. So that's a plus.
And I'll be honest, with a couple minutes left, I was getting ready to use some of those classic phrases, saying things like, "Hey, despite losing, the team made a great run. Just being here, something to be proud of." Then all of a sudden, we come back, and we push to overtime. And at that point, it was crazy. We were holding microphones like these. We couldn't even hear ourselves. I couldn't even hear my own voice. It was so loud in the gym. Then we go to overtime, and I mean, the excitement was just ratcheted up even more. Joe Cerrone, a former student of mine, a kid that I know personally, scored all our points in overtime, hit some big free throws. I mean, the excitement was just unbelievable.
What was the feeling of being the county champ?
I mean, it's a great feeling. We were the first to do it ever at Wayne Hills. We were the first school that wasn't from Patterson really to win it. So that was a great accomplishment for us.
What is one thing you're going to remember from this season?
Definitely winning the county championship. That's been our goal since I was a freshman here. We came up short a few times, and finally winning it was a great success.
Hands down, one of the most exciting high school sporting events I've ever seen. I'm glad I could be even this minuscule little part of it, just calling the game.
This is it. Wayne Hills, for the first time in Passaic County history, they are the Passaic County champions. Never before have they made it to a final. They have just won it. 51-55 over the heavily favored 13-time champion JFK Knights. Can you believe it, folks? Congrats to Coach Grimes and all the guys. Passaic County champions.
The team is going to hold on to their memories of winning the county championship for the rest of their lives, going down as the first team in Wayne Hills history to do so. But a dream was turned into reality when the team manager changed from a suit to sweats and took the court to knock down not one, but 2 big threes on senior night against Paramus Catholic High School.
So first off, what's your role on the team?
All right, my role on the team, I kind of keep more advanced stats throughout the game, so I'm not really the stat girl, but kind of do the same thing.
So senior night was a pretty big deal for you. Could you take me through that?
Yeah, so last year, my junior year at our banquet, Coach Grimes was like, and last but not least, our guy Max Seplo, I'm going to have him dress senior night, and, he's going to run through a gate and open us up with a 3. The weeks coming up to that, kids who I didn't even know just kept coming up to me in the hallways, and even people that I didn't know, they're like, "Oh, Sepp, can't wait to see you. The week coming up to it, Grimes had me practice with them, gave me practice uniform, the whole deal. It was awesome. Before senior night, I was I was playing wiffle ball in the locker room with Justin Wills, and probably not the best pregame routine, but hit a line drive right back to my stomach. So I was like, "All right, is this how the night's gonna go?" And then they did the starting lineups, and then I was like, "All right, that's one step closer." Oh my gosh, what's going on? And gym was packed. Shout out Boonies, you guys are awesome. So sure enough, I'm out there, and I wasn't even nervous because I don't play basketball, so I wasn't expecting to do anything. And sure enough, the first play, the St. Joe's wins the tip. Manav Sharma gets a steal, and I'm trying to remember the play, and it was the easiest play. Second graders would remember it. So I'm just standing there. I was like, all right. I'm waiting for Grimes, and he said, "Seplo, go." I think I was standing there for 2 extra seconds. I was like, oh, I should probably go. So I go, run through went through a gate up the middle. I get the ball and I shoot it. I was like, all right, come on, like just one time. And so it bounces off the rim, off the backboard, off the rim again, and goes in. I was like, oh my God, like couldn't it happen any better? The place is going nuts. It was awesome.
Wow, I get chills hearing that. Do you think you're going to remember that forever?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
The 2018 Wayne Hills Basketball Senior Night game may go down as one of the most iconic games in Wayne Hills basketball history. But the question going around is, will next year's team be able to keep the county title? The team is losing 7 seniors and is only going to have 1 returning starter next year, Jake Belli. Ending any season is hard, but this was especially hard for the senior class that made history. They have faith in next year's team and gave them a few words of advice.
What was the highlight of the regular season?
There was a couple. Joey Belli's 1,000 points at Fairlawn. We had an opportunity to beat a St. Joseph team at home, which was our first win against a big-time parochial school. But without a shadow of a doubt, highlight, not even close. Could be outside of winning a county title. Could be the best moment of my career here coaching. Max Seplow on senior night, coming through a gate screen and banging down a 3 to open the game. And the funny thing about that was last year at our banquet, I told everyone that Seplow was going to dress for senior night, and we were going to run that exact play. So when it came showtime with the lights on, I mean, Max, he found the front rim, but with that must be one of the greatest moments of Wayne Hills basketball history. But that absolutely has to be that one.
Do you have any advice for next year's team?
Next year's team, they have to stick together, work hard in the off season to get better, and there's a lot of spots that need to be filled in varsity, so they're going to have to step up.
Yeah, just keep working hard, keep the tradition up, and win another county championship.
Next year's team, I tell them to work hard. Don't let anyone tell you. Don't anyone put a limitation on you and tell you what you can and cannot do. So just keep working hard.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Obviously you want to defend the county title and even get the state title. But will it be hard? Like, truthfully, yeah. You have 7 seniors leaving, but they'll be all right. They'll be fine. Just got to keep with that motivation that we had this year, and they'll be all right.
Do you believe this team had an unbreakable bond?
Oh, absolutely. We were close through ever since we were young, and we just stuck together.
I mean, for this team, my cousin Justin Will is on the team. My next door neighbor Patrick Gilmore is on the team. I've grown up with Joey Belli. Coach Grimes has coached me since I was little. So basically, we've all grown up with each other, and we've all known each other for a long time. So just having that bond with each other is just great.
The first time in Passaic County history, they are the Passaic County champions. Never before have they made it to a final. They have just won it, 51-55 over the heavily favored 13-time champion JFK Knights. Can you believe it, folks? Congrats to Coach Grimes and all the guys. Passaic County champions.